This is Pat Salber with the Doctor Weighs In, and I'm at Health 2.0, and they're having an interesting kind of a sub-conference here at Health 2.0 on sleep. And I have with me today Chris Ely, who is with the Consumer Electronic Association, and he does research there. So, Chris, what exactly is your title?
My title is Senior Manager for Industry Analysis. I work at CEA's Market Research Department, and we do a host of consumer research studies. And also, I do work in forecasting the consumer electronics industry. We look at and also do forecasting around key products, what's coming into the market, what is hot, what's not. So all things consumer electronics we work on in the Market Research Department.
So what's the link between that kind of research and what you're doing here at Health 2.0?
Well, we are partnering. We did a partnership with the National Sleep Foundation and to do a study to assess consumer awareness, perceptions, and general thoughts about sleep technology. What do they know? What don't they know? What have they heard? How interested are they in this? This is a burgeoning market. It's a growing market. The whole health technology product category is actually a growing market, and we're seeing now. Granted, it's maybe not as high as at this point, like for example, television sets. But from the consumer electronics standpoint, these are products that you can go to the store and buy yourself. You don't need to have a doctor's prescription and whatnot. It's forecasted to be about $1.8 billion industry this year.
And that's just for the sleep technology, or that's all of digital health? And what about sleep? How big is the sleep technology?
We haven't broken it out by that, so I don't have an answer for you on just sleep technology specifically. It's a new market. In the future, we might do some more forecasting around it, but right now we classify that as part of our just overall health technology forecasting, which is about a $1.8 billion a year business. Now, interestingly enough, if we look at some of the new categories that relate or can relate to sleep and sleep technology, like the sleep technology itself, but also thinking about maybe some of the home technologies, things that might monitor or regulate lights, curtains, locks, smart home technologies, which also
the Internet of Things.
Exactly. Yeah. That and also in some of the newer products, also like smartwatches, which also have some applications that can be used for health. Let's just take those three categories together: smartwatches, home tech, and then also health and fitness. Okay, so grouped together, that accounts for about $5 billion we forecast this year. That's wholesale, not retail, but $5 billion wholesale. If those products didn't exist, for example, okay, this year on the whole, we expect the consumer electronics industry to clock in at about $223 billion wholesale. We subtract out that, and that's about a 2.4% increase from last year, 2014. If we took out that $5 billion from those new products, it would only be a 1.4% increase compared to last year. So these products, they might be small-ish in terms of the overall contribution to the dollar figure, but they do make their presence felt. I mean, that would knock off, without those products, would knock off 1 full percentage point on the industry growth.
And so, what did you find in this study? So it sounds like big dollars to me, okay? And you're at Health 2.0, so of course everybody's talking about the measurement of everything they can measure, and sleep is one of them. But you talked to consumers. What are consumers thinking about these products?
Well, one of the things we found is that when we first did our survey asked, what do you use? What do you own? And so when we looked at sleep related, that could be a wearable, like a Fitbit or something you wear on your wrist to monitor your sleep. It could be some of the other technologies that you might put in a mattress and monitor things. It could also be including things like apps on your smartphone that can help do guided meditation to help you sleep, things like that.
So you had a broad definition.
Broad definition because it's a small category. 22% of adult consumers said that they own or used these products, this category before. So 1 in 5 is not bad. Now, what we find is that of those people who own the technology or use those technologies or those apps, we find actually some interesting stats in terms of they're actually 6 in 10 say that they're actually more aware of their sleep patterns as a result of using it. About half say that they actually sleep better knowing that the technology is helping them. So that's actually a key finding. Now, granted, there are a lot of people who don't know about it, don't use the technology, but when those messages get out, that, wow, these are products that at least I'm more aware of my sleep. I sleep better. I feel, and I think also about 49%, if I remember correctly, said of these owners or users said that they felt healthier with this technology, using this technology, made them feel healthier. That in and of itself, I think, is a really exciting stat because, again, it might be a smaller base of people who might be using this on a regular basis, but at least that information is powerful and it helps consumers understand is there a problem or not? And if there's not a problem, that's fine. That's good information to know too.
So I'm going to just stop you here because we're kind of running out of time, but I have one last question. Sure. Which one of these sleep devices do you use?
Well, I do have a Fitbit.